If you've been feeling stuck and frustrated and like nothing seems to be working, I want to offer a reframe. And the reason this is coming up is because over the past week, I've probably heard this on half a dozen of my coaching calls and had it going back and forth in WhatsApp groups and coaching containers with my clients. And what if this isn't a problem for you to fix in the same way you've fixed all the other problems, which is by just working harder? What if you're getting feedback from the universe here? And what if you're finally at a place where you're hearing it at the right time that you can make a big shift? So this has been coming up a ton, and I've been trying to subtly redirect my clients in this way. And I think a lot of times there's a lot of resistance to this. So I want to kind of call out the inner dialogue. Like, I'm doing all this work, I'm doing all this stuff. I've tried everything, nothing's working. Yeah, but. One other thing that I'm noticing is I used to feel so clear. I used to like everything seemed to be working so well, and now I'm exhausted and nothing's working. I want you to know that if you're feeling this way, if you have felt this way, you're not broken. Okay. Your business isn't fully broken. You're not broken. You're at an inflection point. And I've said it many times before, the universe speaks in riddles. The universe is not going to tell you something directly. It's going to make you dance with it and figure it out. Okay. And the job is for us to dance with the universe. So most people miss the signs that the universe is providing. This is where most people, they see that things aren't working, they're getting frustrated, and most people double down. They grind harder. They focus on what Dan Bolton has called bro scaling. They add more, more, more. Oh, I got to do more. I got to do more of this, more of that, instead of sitting back and asking what this might be teaching. Right. So the result of all this work is, more exhaustion, less momentum, more frustration. Right. It's the wrong feedback loop. Right. You're resisting the nudge that you're getting from the universe to make a change. So I propose to a lot of my clients, in not in so many words, but what if this frustration and what if this stuckness and what if this nothing working is the universe trying to tell you something? Right? What if your lack of results is a reflection of something deeper going on, something that may be super scary to even consider, and something that maybe really take time and effort and growth from you to change? But maybe it's reflecting something like a misaligned offer or a business model that doesn't fit who you are and doesn't fit the way you want to deliver your program and the way you want to live. Doesn't fit your life. Maybe it's the lack of results is reflecting a nervous system that's tapping out, right? Because the thing is like, if you're doing personal development work, if you're growing, if your business is growing, then you're growing as a human, and your systems need to catch up. So I want to encourage you. I often tell my clients to follow the feelings. And what I mean by that is, if you're feeling frustrated and stuck and like nothing's working, follow that and use it to ask better questions. Okay. What if this isn't to do with the algorithm and Instagram being shitty? And what if it's outdated methods that I've been using? What if I need to update the way that I'm creating content? What part of my business feels heavy and challenging and like friction? And how can I lean more into the parts of my business that feel like flow? Right? If I could wave a magic wand and have the exact business that I wanted, what would I change? And one of the best questions I've been asked recently, and this comes from originally from Frank Kern, when he talks about how our ideal life is just a collection of ideal days. So, how would your ideal day look different than your current day? And based on that, we start to create boundaries and we start to create an opportunity to realign and ask better questions. So, this is the work that I do with my clients, where I say, okay, this thing is happening. You're, really pissed off. You're really frustrated, whatever it is. What can we learn from this? I'm always trying to zoom out and look at, what is the universe trying to teach you here? What might there be in terms of a nugget of information in this shitstorm of feelings that you're feeling? And it's very likely that something is misaligned and something is needs to be changed that you haven't been looking at. So my encouragement to you today, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're not right now, just bookmark this video and come back to it. Make sure you subscribe. Is ask the bigger questions because your feelings are the universe, God, whatever higher power you believe in. It's their way of speaking directly to you. 99% of us, 99% of the time, ignore those feelings, especially when they're not good feelings. Follow the feelings, especially the negative ones. They have the best feedback and force you to ask the best questions. Now, before I go, this is exactly the work I do with my clients. Okay. When you've hit an invisible ceiling, when you're feeling frustrated, when you're feeling stuck, this is when people come to me. So if you're craving clarity, if you want more alignment, if you want a business that actually energizes you and fits into your life instead of the other way around, I would love to support you. What I want you to do, if you're interested in learning more about working with me directly or having me install my systems into your business, because we can do both, go over to Instagram at Gavin McHale1, send me a DM that says conscious CEO, conscious CEO, and let's build something that fits the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Lots of love. We'll talk to you soon.